you cast your vote, you vote them, either APC or PDP. That's the way they're going to use. And if you refuse to do it at that time, when you are coming out from the polling unit, their talks is going to beat you up. Mercilessly, they won't kill you or arrest you and lie against you. So Nigerians, be watchful, be careful. This is not a May talk. This is not saying, oh, alleged is a May talk. No, it's not. This is their strategies. This is what they're going to use. So although we Benin has a parable that says meaning that when you are eating, you eat. When you forbid, you forbid. So if you want change, go ahead and vote Labour Party. Papa, Mama, and Pikin will circle. Papa, Mama, and Pikin, Labour. Then if you don't want change in your life, you still want to take 5,000, 10,000, 1,500 naira and keep on suffering. Collect that money from them on that day and vote them in. Right now, I cannot beg you anymore to vote Peter Obi or vote for Labour. It is your cross. It is your cross. So if you want to keep on suffering, if you want to keep on being a beggar, if you want to keep on living in abject poverty, if you want to keep on living in 0 in the morning, 0 in the evening, 0 in the night, no food, that is 0, 0, 0, no food, go ahead, vote APC, vote PDP, take money from them. You have tasted them. You taste PDP for 9 years, you took for 12 or 13 years, you taste APC right now for 8 years. Now APC met dollar in 250 naira or 260 per dollar. Today, dollar is almost 800 naira per $1. So if you want to still vote them in, go ahead. Take APC money, vote them. Dollar will become 5,000 naira per $1. A bag of cement will become 20,000 naira per one bag. Then if you are paying 5,000 naira for one room, you start paying 20,000 naira for one room. Then you cannot rent a house. Your job cannot pay you more than what they are giving to you. Then you become a homeless person. Some of you start eating yourself, selling your children, committing suicide like that old man that jumped from that bridge in Lagos into that ocean. Go ahead. If that is what you want for your life, is that what you want for your wife and your husband and for your children and your great-grandchildren unborn, go ahead. Take money from APC. Take money from PDP. Vote them in. Vote them in. Let them come and sweet talk you. Vote them in. You have an eye mark now. You have seen. You have an eye ear. You have heard. So your tongue, your teeth, your mouth have eaten rubbish. You have ate suffering. A little fish. That a little fish that was sold before for 20 naira, 10 naira is now over 1,000 naira. People cannot even buy yam anymore to eat. So go ahead, vote in the same government, vote in APC, vote in Tinubu. Tinubu right now, he's campaigning saying that people will pay more tax. Tinubu will make sure that if you rent a house, if you rent a room, you will pay tax in your room. You will tax even all the way down to your grave. Right now in Lagos, the other day, I was reading the news that the show, the governor was saying that if you park car in your compound, you have to start paying for it in your own compound where you live. In abroad, I will live that they live on tax. They cannot tax you in your own compound. If you park a car in your compound, they will tax you. Even the streets, there are some streets you park 24/7. In my street, it's 24/7 you park your car. You can't move your car. You leave it there for years, it's there. The only thing, when you sweep your street. That's it. There are some areas too. You park today. The other day you have to move it because they'll come and sweep it. You know, so you don't pay tax on it. They don't tax you. The only when you pay, if you have a ticket, if you have a violation or give you a ticket, you pay for it. Or the day they're going to sweep that street, if your car is there, you don't move it at that time, they'll give you $35 fine to go pay. You know, and that's it. But APC right now in Lagos, they have to start taxing you. You driving on the road, they'll tax you if you park car in your compound. So go ahead, vote them in, take their money, vote them in. You start paying tax again for you working with your bare foot. You know, they will take that money from you. They will make sure they enslave you. That people will start begging for bread to take into your lungs. You know, go ahead. Because these people, they are evil. They are evil, they are satanic, they are barbaric, they are not humans. They are not human at all. Anytime I go to Nigeria, right from Muhammed Airport, my eye is always full of tears. Tears. Because looking at people's face alone, you get scared. You can tell that this person is not living, it's just existing. You can tell. No, they are not living, they are just existing. The government is not helping, family is not helping, you yourself can't even help yourself. You know, you have a job, your job pay you 30,000 naira a month, but you spend over 20,000 naira for transportation. So are you now living? You are just existing by the grace of God. If not for God, that our people they pray a lot. God answer prayers. You know, it's just that people are living by the grace of God. You know, God's mercy is upon the people of Nigeria. Those are the reason why that people are still existing in that country. You know, so how, you know, God mercy will have a time limit. It will have a time limit. Also, this is your grace. Call 2023 is your year of grace. It's your year of grace. That's why God is bringing Peter Obi now to liberate Nigeria, to be a future to Nigeria, to new Nigeria. Look at right now. Peter Obi revealed the secret that the Nigeria Petroleum Company is being salvaged by the elite, you know, by the same leaders that are ruling the country. They are the ones stealing the Nigeria crude oil. They are the ones doing the bunkering. You know, they are the ones looting it. They will do the bunkering. They will also do the real ones, both sell and also share the money. At the end, they are stealing both legal and non-legal, legal and illegal. You know, so they are stealing both ways. So Peter Obi revealed it. Now they're swinging into action. Paid John Polo over 4 billion naira as a security man to check the pipeline. You know, now they found something. They destroyed the evidence. You know, so the court will not have any evidence to bring these guys to book. So who are they fooling? Who are they fooling? They are fooling you people, because they know that you guys are being made a slave. You know, when you see it, the ship is people, yeah, now it's good. Make them burn away. They don't burn the ship. But guess what? Who ship that they burn? Now their own ship that they burn, that ship now old ship. When we say they don't even use anymore. If now one of them gets and they will pay that person off, you know, to take casual people since yeah, with the work. So if not for Peter Obi that voice out, do you think that they're gonna do it? They won't do it. Do you think NPC will go into work? They will not go into work at all. Both Buhari, Minister of Petroleum, the head of NPC, all their cabals, all of them, they're into this shit. All of them. None of them who is exceptional. Both the Minister of Defense, you know, all of them, both the Navy, Army, Air Force, all of them, they are all the same thing. From the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, all of them, including the state governors, they are all criminals. All of them are the same thing. So thank God we have a man like Peter Obi that has been in the system, that knows what is going on, that wants to come and change that country. So all you need to do is to give this man a chance. It's to give him a chance, cast your vote. Don't take money from these guys. I don't reveal their secret. When you take money from them, when you think that you're going to go there by yourself and complete Labour Party, it's a lie. They will write your name, write your card number down. They will stand before you in that polling unit. They will that be policeman, or they will use civil defense corps as their agents that will be there standing. PDP agent will be there, APC agent will be there, Labour agent, all of them will have their agents standing. And as you take money from them, they will point to you that this is our guy. He'll be watching you. Madam, so we give money just now. Now APC, yes, see, my account. So once you hear that, we give you money just now. Now APC, see you mark account. Your conscience will now judge you. That I took money really. If I don't mark APC, I'm not living here alive. And that is a fact. Because you cannot strike a deal with the devil and think you're going to go scot-free. It's not done.
Okay.
You have to pay for it. So my submission will be this. Don't take money. Don't sell your future. Let's vote Labour Party. Papa, Mama, and Peking, so that you will have a better life. We right now, Kachipi, just give me 30 seconds. We right now, when they leave for abroad, when they talk every minute, make now this right on our eye. We get work, we get our life they move on fully. But now the love will get for our people.
Engineer Ken, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. I lost you for a bit. Please round up.
Okay, thank you. So the reason why that we are voicing out right now is the love that we have for our people. We went there abroad when they cry, wanna shine our eye, wanna not collect money from these people because we wanna live better life. Because if not let Peter Obi come in, when I let Labour Party come in to come do the needful, trust me, when I will get peace. We went there abroad, we'll see get peace. When I hear also, so that if we see send something come for now, it will reach on our hand well. God bless the flag people of Nigeria, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you, Ketchy.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ken, for that wonderful submission. I totally do understand you. Sometimes it's frustrating when you're trying to convince people to, do the right thing. It's just frustrating because you got to ask yourself, is it that you people are not suffering? Is it that you guys are blind to the truth, or you just choose to turn a blind eye? So I know sometimes it's actually frustrating. So yeah, now go vote who you want vote for, you go suffer. I understand, but at the end of the day, we still have to do our part. Some people they don't even know better. Now, wait till they don't teach them, then they know. Now, wait till they don't already tell them, wait till they don't already understand, then they know. So we just have to do our part, even if sometimes it can be very annoying, but we still have to do our part by trying to sensitize people, educate them, make them understand why this man is the best choice for the people. Thank you once again, Engineer Ken, for that power packed submission that you just dropped right now. I really do appreciate you. I want to welcome Osage Daddy on board. Thank you so much for joining our broadcast today. God bless you. I really do appreciate every one of you. I see Samson Omoriyi right there. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining. Rosaline Omoriyi too. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate every one of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this. Michael Okere, I see you too. Thanks for doing this with me. I really do appreciate you. Guy Onwanlele. I was almost going to say captain because I know say Guy Onwanlele every time that Captain Kachi they call me. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for the super chat, Guy Onwanlele. God bless you. I really do appreciate you for doing this for us again today. Thank you. Thanks to everyone viewing us from all over the globe. I appreciate you, all our viewers, those wonderful people on the comments. And like I always say, you guys always make the comments very interesting, interactive. Thank you so much for doing this. God bless you all. And of course, our panelists who takes time out of their busy schedule to come here to talk to us, to educate us. I really do appreciate you guys. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to come here to do this with us. May the Almighty God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Please help us to like and share this broadcast if you are yet to do so. And do not forget to use the $ to the right on the comment section to support what we do here. And for some reason, you're going through the street of YouTube and you found yourself here, you like what we do, you enjoy what you see, endeavor to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you can always be notified whenever we come on air just like this. Thank you all so much and God bless you. Now we'll move straight to Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, good evening to you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Ms. Kachi. Thank you for your revelation intervention. Thank you for the great work you're doing. I want to thank those on the comment section. I thank those on the panelists board. Thank viewers worldwide and the owner of this platform and the backroom staff. I thank you for what you are doing. Yes, permit me to digress a little bit before I come back to the nitty-gritty. I want you guys to help me tell the man in Aso Rock and the DSS and this APC federal government to remember that we are in a democratic system of government, that nobody is above the law. The rule of law must be upheld. They should release the freedom of conscience, the prisoner of conscience, the freedom fighter Nnamdi Kanu. The court has asked that he should be released. He has been discharged, and they are arguing that he has not been acquitted. There are no further evidence. Today, another court, Federal High Court, has also upheld the previous judgment that it should be returned to Kenya and awarded 500 million naira in compensation, with the 1 billion naira also that he was previously, given. Why are we not telling these guys that we are in a democracy? They are arguing that it is a threat to national security. A Fulani killer Esme government has the right to tell people that is. Listen, I'm not a Biafran. I'm not from the East, but we must always say the truth. The truth is what we need to go forward, what we need to heal. Let's not turn a blind eye to the federal government. For all this, somebody who only asked for the freedom of his own people. Catalonia is also asking for freedom from Spain. Pakistan left from India. A lot, even South Sudan left from Sudan. So a man is asking, okay, he has some issues. This guy his house was invaded. His family members were killed. They argue that he jumped bay. Who is more threat than the Fulani Hesme? Up till now, we've not had arrest. No prosecution of the Kaduna Abuja train kidnap. Nobody was arrested. Monies were collected from victims. Up till now, this wicked federal government has not deemed it fit to parade suspects, criminals who did that dastardly act, who hijacked a food train with 900 passengers. Nobody is saying anything about it. One man is being held, court has cleared him. Up till now, those who bombarded Abuja Federal Prison has not been brought to justice up till now. And we are not talking about it. When you talk, some gullible Nigerians will come at you because their brothers, their sisters, their friends, their wives, or their men are in government. They've been blinded. There's a parable in my place that when you are eating, you don't talk. So because they are eating, they are benefiting from this wicked government, one way or the other, they don't want to say the truth. Who bombed the federal, prison in Abuja? Who are those that carried out that dastardly act? Who kidnapped people in Abuja Kaduna train? Where are they? Who are the killer Esme on our roads? The APC government, the APC federal government, as a matter of urgency, must adhere to the rule of law and release Nnamdi Kanu, release him and apologize to Nigerians and settle him, compensate him, because they are the ones that unleash killers. The so-called Eastern Security Network, a vigilante group, they only reacted in self-defense. I mean, a lot of things have been, they brainwashed us. They made us believe that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. Who is the more terrorist in this country, if not the APC-led government? We live in a country where people will be using NIN to collect ransom, SIM card registered. In effect, the DSS will not deem it fit to go after them. We have intelligence units in our DSS. You know, they will not go after them, but they can go to Kenya and kidnap somebody and call him a terrorist. So, guys, I just want to trash that. This guy needs to be released. We need to, yes, we are saying Peter Obi must win. Everybody, we are doing our bit little by little. This is the most wicked and the most law-breaking federal government we've ever had, in spite of the military interventions. Buhari or whoever is in Aso Rock should let Nnamdi Kanu go. Let him go. We must say the truth. The guy has been discharged, possibly acquitted. So, guys, I'm sorry, I just have to say that. As for the nitty-gritty of the day, I salute Kenneth Okonkwo, the veteran Nollywood man. I salute him. He said, in fact, Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo, he's realized he's trying to correct them. He's trying to amend them. I salute and clearly make amends. Nobody is perfect. Like Engineer Ken was saying, we must not miss it this time. I told you before, about 2-3 months ago, that I heard from a reliable source that 80 billion naira was released by both PDP and the other party into the media to recruit liars into the media, you know, the media hemisphere. A lot of things are going to be happening, and they are all happening. We all said it here. They will come with a lot of things. Now they are all shivering. They are all talking out of fear. In spite of recruiting liars, in spite of the damages they are trying to do to the name of, they're wondering why the youths are still not swayed. They are not cajoled this time. It may appear that something is not going. The zeal has been dampened. But let me tell you guys, a lot of youth have gone to collect their PVC, and many are still collecting their own. Nobody like what we are seeing in Nigeria. What has a Nigerian tribe, a Nigerian youth gained from this country? Is it the insecurity? Is it the electrical darkness? Is it the way things are going up on a daily basis, dollar to naira inflation? Is it, okay, imagine now, Peter Obi has exposed the criminality going on in the crude oil sector. How many people has been arrested? They are burning vessels, they are burning ship or boats. Who are the ones? Why can't you parade criminals? Those days growing up, you see on TV, government is parading top government officials for one crime or the other. So you see, these guys are just playing with our emotions. The game is over for them, and they know it. Who owns the ship? Who are the ones putting the pipelines, tapping into government lines? Everything Tompolo has been revealing. Where is the arrest? Why are they not arrested? Because they are all in Daura, they are all in Kano, in Sokoto. Some of them are in part of the west and in the south too. But most of them are in Daura. They are all in Adamawa, Atiku, and their likes. So guys, don't be fooled. APC and PDP are the same. Why will you say people are stealing something? Who are the ones stealing the thing? Are they ghosts? Yet you can go to Kenya and arrest Nnamdi Kanu for telling you that they need their own country because they are not satisfied with the way things are going. If you check the federal government projects, I know that the Igbos have their problem. The Igbos are not united. The senators and their governors, many of them have been they've been sabotaged. But that does not take away the sense of justice that we should let him go. We were in this country when one guy who called himself, Shekaro, who allegedly has been killed, but we are also hearing that guy was not killed. He was asked to leave the country. His deal, he has done his business. Who do we have in Aso Rock? This is a democracy. The last time I checked, it's not a military government. Set Nnamdi Kanu free. Stop playing with our lives. Secure this country. Secure our borders. Who are toiling with our finances? I just heard again in the news yesterday that the federal government, led by Osibanjo, they've secured 1.8 billion naira from Arab Islamic Bank because other banks in the world are turning them down because of the way things are staring at them vis-a-vis the coming elections. They now head to the Middle East to borrow $1.8 billion. As at yesterday, the money has been approved. The facility has been approved. For who? For what projects? The monies they want to quickly share again before they leave. They are just borrowing, looking for monies in every way they can. Where are they taking this money to? Where are they taking this money to? So what? To do what? What are you going to eat? Which car are you going to drive? Which house are you going to buy? Is it one room you are going to sleep? So guys, these guys are playing with us. They don't love us. Atiku, Tinubu, PDP governors, PDP senators, APC senators, they don't love us. The only hope we have now is Peter Obi. And I pray that Peter Obi should be alive for us before that election day, because I'm hearing a lot of things, guys. Let's pray for him. Let's guide him. I want his technical team, his security team to be at alert. They should watch everything he's going to eat, everything he's going to drink, his family, his wife, his kids. It's now or never for these wicked men and women who call themselves APC and PDP. So guys, we must keep encouraging ourselves. We are doing well. We are not giving up. It's now or never. No retreat, no surrender. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too, Mr. Alex. Thank you so much. No giving up. No giving up. We cannot give up. We have come this far and the Almighty will see us through. Please, there's no giving up this time. I'm glad to hear that a lot of people are collecting their PVCs. I'm very, very glad to hear that. Please, let's endeavor to go get our PVCs, especially those who have registered and yet to receive their PVC. Make una go collect on a PVC. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. The situation is alarming. It's terrible. Look at what is happening. I believe all of us here, we all watch the news. We all see what is going on everywhere. We all see it. We know these things. There's no be hiding again. You know, for these guys to come out and they are defending their failure, this is just to show you that they don't care about us. Defending your failure, they fail, they boldly they defend your failure. That means they just take us as fools, like we don't know what we are doing. So please, guys, make una go get on a PVC. Thank you so much, Mr. Alex, Engineer Ken, Mr. Machiavelli, Brian Nice, everyone who has contributed so far. Thank you so much. I welcome you, Joseph Orji, to today's broadcast. God bless you for taking time out to do this. And every one of you guys doing this with us today, the viewers, the panelists, the commenters, you guys are super amazing. I do not take your love, your support for granted. God bless you all. Jerry Icon, I can see you're trying to join. Okay, great. Jerry Icon, please always turn on your mic when you're trying to join so I can accept you, okay? Always do that for me. Thank you very much. We're going to go straight to Mr. Chooks, then Mr. Jerry. Thank you. Mr. Chooks, please, you have the floor.
Good evening, Kachi.
Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, good evening, fellow panelists. Good evening, all our viewers and Nigerians around the world. You know, it's very, very painful, you know, what we're hearing from Nigeria. You know, the likes of Lai Muhammed, he came on a national TV to tell us that we are not human enough to be informed of an imminent danger. And this is what we're talking about. And some people, you know, is here talking about Nigerians being patriotic. It's very, very disgraceful. And it's an insult to Nigerians. Asking Nigerians to die for Nigeria. To die for what? If I may ask him, a country that does not deem it fit to let you know, to take this, your security into your hand, to make sure that you are safe. You can only be patriotic when you are alive. I mean, it's unbelievable that some Nigerians, and those people who are saying this, I've never seen them join the military. I've never seen them go back to Nigeria, to the hotspot, to show us how patriotic they are, or even send their family to show us how patriotic they are. For Mr. Lai Muhammad to say that those people who are giving the warning are giving it to their citizens. So he means that Nigerian citizens' life doesn't matter. I mean, when I heard that, I was very, very angry. How can human beings say such a thing? Which means everything that is happening to us, they know about it, and they don't want to tell us. For us to take extra care. We might be surprised that these people knew that Kaduna train will be attacked, and they kept quiet. Same as the Kuje prison break. And somebody is shamelessly coming here to curse people, to talk nonsense about people who said they're not gonna die for Nigeria. Let him show us the way. Let him first die for Nigeria. Let's see it. Because I don't know how we can be this insensitive. That people are dying every day. Look at the killings in Benue State. We're not talking about that. And somebody is questioning somebody who says, I cannot die for Nigeria. And they're calling them unpatriotic. How patriotic is the government? Look at the so-called president. He has never visited any floods victims. He went to South Korea. I mean, there's a saying, and of which I believe is in every language in Nigeria, that those who their house are burning don't waste time chasing rats. This is unbelievable. For Lai Muhammad to come on air to question. So why don't he send the ambassadors away? If he thinks that is a rumor. And he's asking us. He's talking about people who are sharing this on social media, making people aware. And he is saying that it's fake news. If it is fake news, why don't he sack all the ambassadors or whoever that brings out this thing, information? What happened to the laws that deals with misinformation? He should try them. He should arrest them. Or if they are diplomatic enough, he send them away. That is how it is done everywhere. And he has the guts to question that Nigerians have no right to know that there is an imminent danger. It is so disheartening. Really, I don't know what they make of Nigeria and Nigerians. Because if they think we are human beings like they are, we should be aware. We should be meant to know so that we save our life. It's so uncalled for. It is, I don't even have words to describe it. Imagine in this country I'm living today, when they say this, they give from local government to local government, making sure they know the hotspot, and they will be announcing it, letting people know how they work. Like the previous, one of the previous contributors said, they will tell everybody, if you see something, say something, making people aware. That is where the patriotism we are talking about starts. It starts from there. How much more can we endure? How much more? We are talking about patriotism. And maybe tomorrow, the person will come and talk about constitution here. The same constitution that this present government have shredded. Is it not the same constitution said that all courts judgment must be obeyed? What happened to Nnamdi Kanu? Is he not free? When the court said free him, you free him. What is going on? And we are keeping quiet. This is the problem. We have this as a problem in this country. Because when it's happening to other people, you will not know that something is happening. I always use this as an example. Daniel Bwala, when he was enjoying in APC, it doesn't matter. He speaks like those who are speaking today, like the likes of Festus Kayamo. He was speaking like them until they told him that his religion and his people doesn't matter. Then he reacted. Exactly. Exactly. Today is in Nandikano. Yesterday was Ezazaki. Day before yesterday was Dasuki. And we all kept quiet. I said this today without fear. We Nigerians are the cause of our problems. We Nigerians are the cause of our problems. Because if it happened to one, and each and every one of us stand up and say, this cannot happen. I'm not sure they are bigger than Nigerians. How many are these people? How many? That a competent court will say, release a man that is innocent. And you said no. That is a security threat. So why do we have security officers? If they cannot secure us, why do we have them? Exactly the same thing that happens in Niger Delta. I listened to NNPC or whatever they call them. Yesterday when they were talking about, MPA, Nigerian Port Authority, how difficult they cannot, I don't even know. They cannot track ship entering into our water. And yet somebody is questioning my patriotism. Yet somebody is questioning my patriotism. That a ship can come into our water without regard to each and every one of us. Disrespecting us. And somebody is there questioning my patriotism. I think we need to ask ourselves questions. We are the real cause of our problems. We need to start asking ourselves questions. And it starts with this election. It does start with this election. Because right now, if I am in the Senate or whatever they call themselves, what they should have done is to impeach Buhari today. He should be impeached. Look at flood is happening in your place. You left them, you went away. We have not had him. For Christ's sake, he is the petroleum minister. We have not had him explain to Nigerians what is going on. How does our oil keep missing? We have not had him. And yet, other arms of governments are mute over this, keeping quiet. Some people said Nigerian president is the most powerful president on earth. And that is what he is. Powerful, uselessly. I have no regret to use that word. Powerful, uselessly. What kind of nonsense is this? Seriously, we need to, I am saying this now. Anybody who wants to better his or her life in come 2023, you need to make the right choice. You need to vote Peter Obi. We need to make a new beginning. We need to start afresh. And some people will tell you, it took America 200 years to arrive where they are today. 60 years, no sign. Not even a single sign. And the people are telling us, are comparing Nigeria to UK. And they did not tell us that when they got a prime minister, within 6 weeks, the people rejected that prime minister. That prime minister left. And the person is coming to tell us what the present prime minister said, that it's going to be hard. Yes, we know it's going to be hard. We Nigeria, even the day they got in there, we knew, we were prepared. That's why we are still carrying on till today. But has the government done their own? Haven't we rejected this government enough? Why are they not resigning? Why are they not resigning? I'm asking that person. Let him tell us why are they not resigning? Because exactly the same explanation or the same thing he told us about British Prime Minister. That the new one told us that it's going to get tough. Yes, we know it's going to get tough. But he did not tell us that the previous one resigned because the people said no. I think we need to begin to think what we are telling ourselves. We seriously need to think that, because we cannot cross a bridge and break that bridge. There's people who are feeling this pain every second. There's people who are feeling that pain. Some of us here will work 12 hours just to make sure our families, they live and survive. Please, I am using this opportunity to call on anybody. It's not about money now. Like Engineer Ken said, do not collect the money. Go there and do the right thing. Go there and do the right thing, because 2023, I want to use this opportunity as well to let you know that the suffering that we will see, no matter who we elect, 2023 is gonna be times 200. I don't wish that on anybody, but that is exactly. We cannot run away from the fact. When we take a look at the famine this year, because nobody could farm because of terrorism.
Okay.
Then come the flood, the one people managed to farm. The flood swept them away. I called my family, and they told me all the places in Anambra State where this flood met were the real farming areas, not any other places. The places that were not farming, the flood didn't reach there. Anybody here can inquire. I don't know about other states, but where I know is what I'm talking. So if Anambra State, all the areas that are giving them food is swept away, we imagine what is going to happen. Please, let us make use of this opportunity. I am not begging anybody to do it. I am calling everybody to do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chooks. You came with fire tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate your submission. Thanks, and God bless you for taking time out to do this. I want to welcome Divine Cross to the broadcast today, and also Mr. Joseph Oji. Mr. Joseph Oji, you are healed in the mighty name of Jesus. It shall be well with you. Okay, you are healed, you are healed, you are healed. You'll come back here and tell me, hey, Kachi, I'm doing very well. Your prayer worked. Okay, thank you so much. You are healed in Jesus' name. Thank you for taking time out to do this. You know, it means a lot to me, Mr. Joseph. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to welcome Osage Odiasi to the broadcast. Thank you so much, Osage, for doing this with me. Good evening to you. GRKM, thank you for doing this with me. I appreciate you. Divine Cross, I see you also right there. Thanks for taking time out to do this. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you all. God bless all the viewers, the panelists, everyone who has contributed so far. And of course, the people on the comment section. Oh, Mr. Joseph, thank you so much, for the super chat. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. You're in my prayers. Henceforth, you're in my prayers. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you. You will testify. You will live to testify. It shall be well with you. Thank you. Let's move straight to the next person we have here, and that will be Mr. Jerry. Mr. Jerry Icon, good evening to you. Thanks for joining. Mr. Jerry, are you there, please? Okay, if Mr. Jerry is not ready for us, I'm just going to go straight to Mr. John. Mr. John, good evening to you. Thanks for joining.
Good evening, Ketchy. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, and you?
Blessed. Thank you very much. Well, I guess the news hasn't changed in Nigeria, so I will. I'll start with a quote, and I think you'll know immediately who it's from. The new nation called Nigeria should be in the state of our great grandfather, Usman Dan Fodio. We must ruthlessly prevent the change of power. We will use the minorities of the North as a willing tool and the South as a conquered territory, and never allow them to rule over us, and never allow them to control their own future. That is from our quote unquote northern brother, Amadu Bello. You know, when you want to know if someone hates you, you don't have to look too far. You just have to look at their actions towards you. Buhari hasn't come out and said anything. Normally, in a normal country, where things work, when you have natural disasters or where you have catastrophes, the president comes out and, you know, says some kind words, even if he or she doesn't believe him. They come out, say some kind words, reassure the public, reassure the citizens, reassure whoever needs to be reassured, take some pictures, and you know, and that's the very least. That's the very least a president does. But Buhari hates you. Your government hates you. Your government does not love you. Your government is leaving you to fend for yourself while they loot every single possible resource they can loot. They're looting your oil, they're looting your gold, they're looting your everything. They're looting things you don't even know you have. Maybe you have diamonds. You might not even know you have diamonds like Botswana, and they're probably looting that. And they know where it's all going. Just like, you know, people have come out and said that they can track the ships to their destinations. It didn't start yesterday. It's been happening for decades. So the government truly, truly, truly hates you. And when somebody hates you, you have to wake up to your responsibility. So I really just came today to really just make sure that people take the warning from the US and the UK seriously, because the US and UK have superior intelligence agencies. Like, they have superior intelligence agencies. They know what's going on in Nigeria. They're listening to all the calls. They're intercepting all the emails. Nigeria doesn't build any of its own technologies. Nigeria doesn't have any satellites that it owns, that it's built for itself. They have backdoors and Trojans and rootkits and all of the technology that Nigerian military has. So Nigeria is a completely, they're surveilling Nigeria like no. There's no secrets in Nigeria. So take it seriously when the US or the UK comes out and says that a terrorist attack in Nigeria is imminent. So what that means, you have to prepare your family. Make sure if you have family in Abuja or Lagos or any other major cities, they take necessary precautions. Don't listen to Lai Muhammad. It's sad that citizens have to do the job of whatever his fake position is supposed to be. Take your security very, very seriously and begin to stock up food, because you know, I know many people here are very religious. The things that are happening in Nigeria are not random. Nigeria is being destroyed. Just like the evil places in the Bible, Nigeria is being destroyed. So make sure you stock up on food. Make sure you take your security very seriously, and by no means necessary, leave your fate and your destiny in the hands of the people that are supposedly in government. That's really all I had to say.
Thank you very much, Mr. John. Exactly. Security is paramount. It's something we have to take very seriously. So I wonder why Lai Mohammed will still be saying it's not verified, it's coming from an unverified source. We have to go check the authenticity of the message.
This is because Lai Mohammed is a liar. Because Lai Mohammed is not truthful. The fact of them, if anyone, you know, I'm not saying America doesn't have its faults, but America has the best intelligence agency in the entire world. They know everything. Seriously, they literally know everything. So take it seriously.
Exactly. So saying that people should not be running helter-skelter, taking their children out from school and all of those things. I wonder why he's coming out to say these things. Okay, let's even neglect the fact that there was a warning that was issued. Okay, we all see what is happening on a regular basis, on a daily basis. The train attacks, the Kuje prison, the insecurity, the petty thieves that attack people in traffic, and all of those things. We see everything happening. So Nigeria is not supposed to take caution just because we have a government who doesn't who isn't proactive. So are we going to just sit back, fold our hands, and allow it come to us when we know that these people do not care about us? Nigerians, I don't know what other option you're looking for. I don't know what other evidence you need to vote wisely. I really do not know why people are still clamoring for their oppressors, people who clearly do not care about you. These are people who can pick up, their private jets and go jet out to anywhere they want to jet out to without any issues at all. Okay,
Kachi,
so
that's why,
please, guys,
Kachi, sorry to interrupt you, but that is why,
that's fine.
I think it's very important that this message goes to everybody, because there are going to be people that live in denial. We just have to be, you can't save everybody.
But why lie to yourself?
No,
Why
but
deny?
Kachi,
Why lie to
this
yourself?
isn't new, though. This isn't new. Even if you look at the time of Noah and the ark, if you look at the time of Sodom, anytime you look, there's always going to be people who lie to themselves. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to live in denial. You're not going to be able to change that. By you trying to change everybody's mind and get them to believe that things are really, really bad, you're only endangering yourself. You have to save yourself and your family. Listen, Nigeria is falling apart. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Biafran and I'm tired of this wicked country called Nigeria. I'm telling you because people's lives are going to be lost. Nigeria is falling apart. The United States has superior intelligence, superior, second to none. They know everything. They know the thing in the thing that runs that thing that you're using. They made it. And if they didn't make it, they hacked it. And if they didn't hack it, their partners made it and they hacked it. They know everything. These people know everything, period. So by Lai Muhammad, all Lai Muhammad is doing the thing that he's paid to do. He's paid to show confidence. He can't tell you, a coach of a basketball team can't tell you, oh, my team's about to lose. Oh, my team can never make it. Oh, my team can never make it to the championship. Even if it's the coach of the worst team in the entire world, that coach, when he gets on stage, will come and say, oh, we're gonna be the champions of the world. No be lying. That's what they always do. So their whole job is to show confidence, even if there's nothing to be confident about. Nigeria is literally falling apart. Floods are happening everywhere. Millions of acres of food is being destroyed. That's going to have ramifications on people's health in terms of their food security. The president hasn't come on national TV and given a state of emergency and said, this is the plan. This is where we're going. But someone is telling you that they're borrowing $1 billion from the Islamic Bank of wherever. Nigeria is falling apart. Not everybody will believe this. People will listen to this and be like, oh, there these Biafran good people go again. They don't like the country, blah, 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 until they wake up and they're literally in Afghanistan. So just take it seriously. Take it to your family. Make sure they have food. Make sure that they have security. Make sure they take care of themselves. Not everyone will survive this. Thank you, Kachi.
Mr. John, thank you so much. The greatest person you can lie to is yourself. So I do not understand why people will keep lying to yourself or keep defending failure or keep, acting as if everything is okay. We all know that the situation right now is pretty bad. It's really, really bad. Really, really bad. I do not know why people will keep lying to themselves when the situation is totally glaring. We can see it. Anyways, guys, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has contributed so far. Endeavor to like and share the broadcast if you are yet to do so. Please, guys, thank you all so much for your continuous love and support to NAIJA Watch. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. I welcome you, Mr. Charles, to the broadcast today. Mr. Tony Osawe, I welcome you. Thank you for doing this with us. I really do appreciate you. I can see somebody is trying to speak. Who is that, please? That will be Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, I see you're trying to speak. Please, you have just 1 minute. So Mr. NCBD can speak, and then we can. Mr. Alex, I see you're trying to speak. Please, you have just 1 minute. So Mr. NCBD can speak, and then we can. I see you're trying to speak. Please, you have just 1 minute.
Yes, can you hear me, Kachi? Can you hear
Yes, I
me?
can hear you, Mr. Alex.
Okay. I just want to support what Mr. John said. The guy is totally right. It's not time to be sentimental. If Nigeria is not falling apart, why are they securing another $1.8 billion loan from an Islamic bank? I don't know. I don't know why. They just joined that Islamic whatever last few months, and now they are borrowing money, economic whatever. I saw it in the news. I confirmed it. All the monies they borrowed, where are they? They are just looting the country dry. This gold in Zamfara, jets are taking off from that gold mine every 3 days, taking gold to France and to Dubai. So we just have to believe what Americans are saying. Americans, they don't just talk. British, they don't just talk. Even if I'm not a pro-Western person, but this time around, we have to take away sentiments. Guys, this government they don't like Nigerians. That's why they take their children away from us. Something is coming. We have to be ready. I hope we will survive to next year's election. This is my prayer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is well. It is well. Mr. Joseph Fodji just said there's already outbreak of cholera out there. It's just terrible, my people. It's just sickening, annoying, frustrating. I don't know which other words, to describe the situation. It's just tiring, exhausting, just tired every day. Guy, how can people be this mean and wicked and heartless? How can people be this mean? Anyways, guys, let's move straight to the next person we have here. Please endeavor to like and share so this message can people can hear what we are discussing. We can create awareness to other people, let them understand, let them know what is happening around them. Okay, please help us make our message spread. Make una help us like and share. Use the $ support us, please, guys. Let's do this together. Mr. Kelvin Kell, I welcome you to today's broadcast. Thank you so much. God bless you all for taking time out to do this. The viewers, the panelists, the commenters, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Now let's move straight to the last panelist we have here for today before we take our closing remark, and that will be Mr. Ncbd. Mr. Ncbd, it's been a while. Thank you for joining me today. Please, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, my sister Kachi. I've always been joining once in a while the daily the morning and afternoon program. Yeah, well, I think I won't speak too much because we already know the frustration, we already know the problem that we have in Nigeria. The other day, Peter Obi was speaking and he admitted that. Even he himself is richer than Biden, and he was even saying it's not supposed to be so. Biden declared his asset is worth about $8.2 million. That is the most powerful man in the world, the leader of the greatest country on earth, developed world, worth 8.2. Africa, where we have people living even less, under unimaginable poverty levels, people are still, you find some people worth $1 billion as people in public offices. And it takes a lot for someone to be able to say that. And that is one of the reasons, among many, for us to understand that Peter Obi is the right man for the job, because he understands that you cannot you cannot be packing money for yourself and your people are suffering. The other time Trump was speaking to African leaders, he said, and that's like an encrypted message he was sending to both the leaders, the so-called African leaders, some of them, and also to the people of Africa. He was saying that, my friends, come to your countries to be rich, and thank you for making them rich. That was what Trump said in the presence of the whole world, and the people just laughed and clapped and said, "Oh, is that not an open disgrace?" So then It's just quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. And with all this thing happening in Nigeria, you would think that some people have woken up. Some people want what is good for everybody, but still they are allowing these people to use religion and tribe. The same Peter Obi that they wanted to start a propaganda saying that he's a sectional candidate. They say they saw it didn't work because one of the first people of non-Igbo extraction that really jump on the bandwagon is the Edo people. So that narrative died down, and before you know, other people now joined. And now we have seen who the real sectional candidates are. The one that went to Ogun State and said, Yoruba Lokon, Emi Lokon. Is that not section? Is that not the tribal politics we're talking about? The one that went to the north and said, don't vote for anybody from any other region, whether Yoruba or Igbo, vote for the north. So we've seen who the real unifier is. The person that actually cares about the Nigerian people, whether you're from Sokoto or you're from Cross River or you're from Oyo, anywhere you're from. So it's just quite unfortunate that this is all they have, by the way. This is all they have, nothing else. There's nothing else that they have. The only thing they are counting on right now is the tribal and religious sentiments of gullible people. People that, I don't know if it's lack of education. I don't know. I just hope there are not that many anymore because of all these things that they have seen with their own eyes. It's just quite sad. Look at the flood ravaging the country. All this poor drainage system and very poor waterways network that the country have. Did they think that a time will come when obviously they should know that a time will come when those things will be really important. Every other parts of the world are experiencing flood, but not on a nationwide scale like this, the way Nigeria one is going. That's to show you poor leadership. And it's just quite unfortunate. You can't even hold it, you can't hold the state governments alone. In fact, you hold the federal government more. Because it's not something that you're going to blame maybe the state of Bayelsa alone. You blame the federal government. So it's quite sad, it's unfortunate, and I hope that our people will, like the quote that brother read, talking about, the people use the minorities as willing tools and all that. I don't believe in the word minority, by the way, but just for the sake of the conversation, we could say minority because that's how they regard tribes that are not among the three tribes that they consider majority. But what I'm trying to say is that it's not just the minority of they're even using some of the leaders we have seen, so-called leaders of the South, as willing tools. We have seen them, we are seeing them, they are using them. And those people are willingly even fighting. We don't know what they are fighting for. Is it for Gary, according to the other man? Is it for Eba? We don't know what they are fighting. These people are even, look at what David Mai is doing in Ebonyi State, for example. Doing all manner just to make sure that he fulfills some, I don't know what kind of promise he made to APC. They are looking for a Labour Party candidate of Ebonyi State. So, and apart from that, every other place. And another thing, this is not to just throw, because you've seen me talk about the East, and from the East, the Igbo. But this is not also to attack the region they said is South or Niger Delta. But apart from the people, just let me say some of the politicians there and some traditional leaders, those are some of the people that are holding the South back. In my own opinion, Those are the people that are holding the South back, because they'll always come and use all this divide and rule system. And it always turns out to be that they don't really care about any of them, any of you. They don't care. Okay, when they gathered all these tribes in Delta, did it make them one? They carry people that I'm not saying that staying together is wrong, but my point is this: no matter what they do, we should always think of the collective good and just forget about all this section, this one and this one. Because even after gathering everybody, we are seeing people still fighting. We have some people from is it Urobo that are disagreeing with some people from is it Ishekiri or Ijo? All of that, they are all in the Niger Delta. So we cannot divide ourselves enough. So what we have to do as an entire collective is to now look for what is good for everybody. The things that we know that we can, we are similar, the things that we know that we have in common, we should be able to use that, to stand. And I'm not saying that we have totally lost hope in our brothers from the north, but they have to be willing to also embrace that oneness and that change. And if they are not willing, what can we do? We are hoping that things are changing. But no matter how much we wish it on them, no matter how much we try to talk good, they have to be willing for that change to happen before it will
Okay.
happen. So well, in order not to talk too much, let us just understand that this is the time that will, this election will determine the future of the nation. And I keep on saying that if they decide to rig this election, that will be the beginning of the end of Nigeria, if they decide to rig it, because nobody will continue like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. CBD, for that submission of yours. We appreciate every one of you for taking time out to do this. I want to welcome the finest of all, Irene Finest, to the broadcast today. Thank you so much for doing this with us. I also want to welcome Omoye's Corner for joining us today. Today on today's broadcast, we appreciate every one of you. Thanks to everyone who has contributed so far, Mr. Machiavelli, Brad Nice, Engineer Ken, Mr. John, Mr. CBD, Mr. Alex, all of you. Thank you so much. And to everyone who has super chatted us today, thank you so much. We appreciate you, Guy Wanile, Joseph Oji, Edo Lightwatch. I appreciate every one of you for always doing this with us. God bless you. The people on the comments, you guys always make the comments very interactive, very lively. Okay, thank you so much for doing this. And of course, the viewers, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for doing this. Please help us to like and share this broadcast if you are yet to do so. Peradventure, you're just walking down the road or walking down the streets of YouTube and now here your boss can't stop you, my dear. You don't meet your boss stop with that. Okay, and you like what you see, please help us to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you can always be notified whenever we come on air just like this. We're here 7 days a week up until the day of election. So endeavor to like and share. So today, a lot of revelation, a lot of talk where we don't do today. So you know go too good if not only us now they listen to this thing. So make one I help us like so this messaging can get to more people. So more people can see what is happening. More people can understand why this time around is not going to be business as usual. More people needs to be sensitized to know that this government they no care about us one bit. Because if somebody go come out for interview with him full chest, with him full chest, dey defend failure. I don't know again. With him full chest, you just dey defend failure because of the little change wey you go collect or because of one appointment wey dem don promise you. Make you know say these guys and they don't care about us. So we have to put our hands together and do what is needed to be done. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you. Don't forget to support us by using the $ to the right on the comment section. Thank you so much. God bless you. We have the last panelist for today before we take our closing remark, and that will be Jerry Icon. You were here before, but we lost you for a bit. Mr. Jerry, are you ready now for us, please? Mr. Jerry, are you ready for us now, please?
Yes,
Mr.
I'm
Jerry.
ready.
Okay, please go
Yeah,
ahead
can you
and
hear
make
me?
yourself loud and clear. Please go
Um,
ahead.
okay. Ever since you guys have been talking, and I've been listening to all the finalists, and I also want to say thank you for the program. Meanwhile, there is something very, very important that we all need to lay our hands on. You see, we are talking about Mr. Peter Obi trying to win the election and everything, trying to sensitize the people. But are we ever talking about the ringy formula? Are you aware that are you aware that they are buying people's voters card? We are begging, we are telling people to go get their voters card to kick these people out of power. And there are some other people who are busy buying voters card from the poor. As long as we keep on saying this for we want a better Nigeria, that is how these rich and deadly politicians will keep on pressing us down. The only thing that is better for all Nigerians is let them share the country and let everybody go their separate ways. Leadership will be, oh, now they don't share the country. Ours will be better than theirs. Theirs will be better than ours. It will be a competition for development. And this way, we can be able to choose our leaders. We will not be able to say, oh, the Northerners will accept this one. Let's push for this one because the Northerners will accept it. The Northerners will not say, oh, let's push for this one because the Southerners will accept it. If they share this country, let everybody go their separate ways, it is the better way to save Nigeria. Should we talk about the killings that is going on in the north and in the south? Should we talk about the massive flooding that is going on in the north and in the south? The dam that caused the flood today, it was as a result of government failure. That is why that dam have killed more than 600 people, and our people are still suffering in IDP camps. Now, let's talk about the massive killing that is going on in the north. Should we talk about it? How our youth are being used as bandits? We call them bandits because the politicians give them name because they are the one funding it. How long can Nigeria continue like this? As long as we continue like this, I don't see any better future for that country. There's no way Nigeria can be great again. Even if Mr. Peter Obi comes in today as the president of Nigeria, it will still be pressed down for him not to develop. Because why? These people still want to sit in the seat of power. We are saying Peter Obi to become president. Are you aware that the Senate are there? How many Labour Party officials will be at the Senate to defend him? How is he going to pass the bill to change Nigeria? How is he going to push further to pay the debt and for security for common man? We are talking about the fuel scarcity. Does the first scarcity affect the politicians? The answer is no. Should we talk about the school that have been shut down for months? Does it affect the son of the rich and the son of the politicians? The answer is no. Should we talk about the killings that is going on? Does it affect the son of the politicians? Does it affect them as governors, as senators? The answer is no. Okay, let's talk about the money vice president and the president are going to receive. Why Nigeria is in debt? They are receiving billions of naira. These billions of naira that they are receiving, can they use this money? Is it not better for them to use this money to pay or to repair or to give to the IDPs who are suffering as a result of their carelessness? The answer is no. Nigeria will pay 1.2 billion or 800 and something billion to pay for senators, House of Rep, governors, deputy governors, state assembly members. They will pay them close to 1.2 trillion every year. And we are in debt, and the common man cannot feed 3 times daily, and our people are suffering as a result of their carelessness. The only way for a better Nigeria, I have always stand that, oh, let there be one Nigeria. I've always stand for one Nigeria. But for now, the future is for them to share the country, let everybody go their separate ways. I do not see Nigeria becoming better with the rate of these devils who call themselves politicians. We claim we are operating democracy. In a democracy, the people, the masses are supposed to choose who represent them. That is the system of democracy. But in Nigeria system, they are operating oligarchy. As I'm talking to you, there was a time Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu wanted to make his son the governor of Lagos State. It happened. That was the result of why Abode was removed. Buhari queried him. Buhari was quarreling, Abode was performing, but they removed him as because he never bowed to the bag of money that he's supposed to give to them. They remove Abode, and today someone is saying they are going to make sure that Tinubu becomes president, either we like it or not. And that is why they have started the operating. They have started operating it. As there are some senators, some governors who are standing right now, pressuring the INEC chairman for him to resign or he do according to their will. And we are keeping quiet and we are saying, go get your PVC. We are saying, go get your PVC. We are encouraging them to go get their PVC. And these politicians are going behind to buy those PVC away from them so they can use it to rig the election. So what are we talking about? The best way for all of us and the best solution to Nigeria. Let them divide their country. Let everybody go their separate ways. And let the leaders start as a matter of urgency. They will start repairing their regions. This way, we can be able to say, oh, he has been in office for some time now. We need to kick him out. And we'll kick him out. If he's not doing well, we the Satanists, we know how we can get a performing governor. We know how we can get a performing senator. We know how we can get a performing House of Rep members. We can kick them out. But due to the fact that, oh, this one is accepted in the north, then let's vote for him. Or they will use their machinery to ring the election. After ringing the election, we cannot do anything. We protest, tell the military and the police to tear gas us and to shoot us or to kill us because their son is not among us. Have you seen the son of a rich man leading a protest in Nigeria? No, they will not, because their father have embezzled the money. They don't care what we do. They don't care what we feel. Share the country, let everybody go their own way. That is the best solution for Nigeria. The best solution. This election come 2023, we are sensitizing people, begging people, even trying to create grassroots mobilization for people. And somebody is sitting with the bags of billions buying voters card from the poor. Because as a result of this, they made the people to be poor, so they cannot be able to make that decision for themselves. They are talking about Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu, a man of 70s, 79 or 80s. But the prime minister that was elected in UK is not up to 50. Should we talk about the Italian government? Their present prime minister is not up to 50. The France president, their present president is not up to 60s. But they are pushing, they keep on, we keep on saying, oh, Nigeria will be better. Nigeria will be better. As long as we continue like this, there is no sign of Nigeria will be better in that country. Because the people who are doing it, they keep on embezzling this money. As long as this money keep going to them, there is no way Nigeria can be better. We talked about oil theft. The oil theft till today, as the president stand up, as the president, commander-in-chief of Nigeria, has he arrested anybody that his name was among the people who stole these oils and sold to these foreign countries? The answer is no. So what are we talking about? All Nigerians must understand something. The earlier you wake up to your responsibility and let us share that country, the better for all of us. I also want to say something to
Okay,
Biafrans.
please try and
Or
round
to,
up. Mr. Jerry.
okay, I also want to say something to them. Remember, violence is not the way. I speak against violence. Violence is not the way. Consultations, negotiation can give us what we want. I speak against violence and I speak against the war whatsoever that they are talking about. But let us do proper consultation and let us negotiate and let everybody go their separate ways. That is what I've called to say. And I believe that if everybody go their separate ways, we can be able to choose our leaders because they will not be able to rule us from outside the region. Because if you try to rule us outside the region, it will not be possible. But when you stay with us and we see you every day and you embezzle our money, then you go in for it. Then the people will see you and they will stone you. It is more better than, oh, this one is strong, this one can be able to defeat them in the south. Oh, this one is strong, this one can be able to defeat them in the north. We don't want it anymore. Let them share the country. Let everybody go their separate ways. It's more better. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jerry. Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Jerry, for that. But this is your request. Now, when you want tender and give, you want to tender this request of sharing the country to people that don't even care whether we live or we don't. You want to tender this request to the same government who comes out to defend failure. So who do you intend to tender this your proposal to? Because sometimes when I understand that the frustration is high, I understand that these people have frustrated us so much into thinking the unthinkable. But who do you plan to tender this division you're clamoring for? Who do you plan to tender it to? Government will know they listen to us. Government will be saying if we speak, wahala go dey. Is it the same government you want to tender this thing to? I strongly believe that the reason why a lot of people are clamoring for division is just because we have a government that has chosen to make us suffer, that have decided that they are going to weaponize poverty. I really feel if there was if we had a government that has the people at heart, doing everything possible to make sure everybody is good, doing everything possible to do what they say they will do, to put the promises that they've given, if they put all those into place, let there be employment, let there be jobs, let there be things, good roads, electricity, all of those things. I really feel that this agitation will not be as it is right now. But you see this your clamor for division. Who do you want to tender it to? The same people who do not care about us, the same people who says we should not listen to what they are saying about insecurity and the rest. Honestly, that is how I feel. Your opinion is valid. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but this is my 2 cents I'm giving concerning what you just said right now. These guys, they don't care about us. They are not people you can go to tender this proposal that you're talking about here. I really just hope that things definitely falls in place because in the country, it is well. Please help us to like and share. Thank you, my people. Thank you so much. Yes, Corner, please. You have the floor.
Yes, hi. I didn't know it was my turn yet. Greetings, everyone on the panel. Thank you again for doing this show today. I just want to quickly respond to the last caller. I know, thank you very much for stating your 2 cents, Kachi. However, I just think that we need to be very careful. We need to choose what we're looking for. We've had a lot of divisions in Nigeria. Let me just remind all of us. Bendel State used to be one. Okay, Edo and Delta used to be one. We're divided today. What is happening? Even within the tribes, there are tribes that don't agree with each other. Within, someone mentioned earlier, Yoruba man does not agree with Isoko man. Isoko man does not agree. Look, let's not kid ourselves. The suffering that has been dished out on the citizens in Nigeria, is not division that will solve it. It is first having a common sense person come in so you can table your concerns before them. The way it is right now, if you're clamoring for division, who's going to listen to you? The only option that you have right now is bloodshed. Do you want more bloodshed? Because if that's what you're really looking for and that's what you want, that's how it's going to be. Let me just let you know. Because nobody is there to listen to you express your anger and frustrations as to why you want to leave. Nobody's there, no common sense person. Nobody's going to sit down and have that conversation with you. So choose, which one do you want? Have we not had enough bloodshed in Nigeria? I'm sure a lot of us witnessed NSAS, right? Prior to NSAS, there were a lot of things happening that we were not even aware of until now. So we have to know what we are doing. Are you trying to put the horse before the cat or the cat before the horse? I mean, I don't know. We cannot be Monday morning quarterbacking. We cannot be saying we want a common sense president and in the same sentence saying we must divide because things have to get worse before it gets bad. Unfortunately, that's what we're currently experiencing. Flood on the one hand, banditry on the other, terrorism on the other. The evil that the citizens themselves are doing to each other. And I'm sure most of us are aware of the recent incident of a man who beat up his 2-month-old baby. Hello, that's a citizen. That is not a leader. That's the effect of what abuse will do to the mindset of the people. There's no love anymore. Everybody is looking, it's almost like the survival of the fittest right now in Nigeria. People, I've said it before, people are sleeping in Nigeria with one eye closed. There's a lot of sleep deprivation going on, and it's affecting the mental state of people. Okay, so we need to be careful. The suffering, because when people say, "Oh, let's just divide and go," most of the people who say this, they are not in Nigeria or they are not on the ground. They will fire people up. Those back home that don't have enough, the mental state is all messed up. They are not thinking clearly. They will enter the road and start fighting. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. We keep saying, "Oh, yeah, the leaders have blood on their hands." What about you with your word, with what you're saying? Because if you are not yet tired and sick of all the deaths that are happening in Nigeria, I don't know what else. Do you want that blood to be on your own head as well? Because it's not just the leaders being silent and not allowing justice to prevail. It also the citizens too also have a role to play. How are you treating your neighbor? How are you treating the wife you married at home? The husband you have? How are you treating them? We all know that there is difficulty, there is oppression going on in the land, but how are you treating each other? You think the leadership is just about a few, select few? You and I determine the leadership. If you've been on the ground, what role have you played to ensure that your ministers or your House of Rep members or your local government chairman is doing what they're supposed to do? How have you held them accountable? It's easy for us to be behind the screen and be spewing all these things, but we need to be careful about our rhetorics. We cannot be going backwards trying to go forward. It does not work. You can't be driving a car in reverse and wanting to drive it in the same direction forward. It's not possible. We only have one mission and one goal. And to the person who spoke earlier, if you're in Nigeria, do you have your PVC? How many people have you been able to speak to get their PVC so that people, even though they are trying to rig, which we all know, how many people do you, and since you know this information that they're trying to buy this chairman, why don't make a lot of noise about it first of all? Why not use your own platform to make a lot of noise so that you would have done your part? We cannot mortgage our rights and what we should do to other people. The leadership in Nigeria, if we're going to have good leaders, you are responsible for it, just as I am. If you have your PVC, show up and vote. and carry people along. Because if you don't have a common sense leader to address your concerns with, you're on a long thing. We're going to have another suffering that God knows how long it's going to take. This one will look like child's play. Have you guys recently on the news, they have now decided that Shetima will be the one speaking now. If that one does not already tell you that Shetima is going to be your I don't even want to say the word. That Shetima will be the one, because guess what? Agbado is not able to make comments. He's not able to communicate himself very well. He's always saying things that people don't understand. So they are now putting Shetima in front so that you will get used to the fact that this man is going to. That means that the whole country will be taken over by terrorists. By terrorists. You think, where are the tools that you need if you want to divide? Do you have them? Or you think you're going to smuggle them? You people don't know what you're asking for. I personally, I cannot ask anyone. Do you understand? I cannot ask anyone in good conscience. I cannot come up here and say in good conscience that, okay, yes, let's divide. Well, am I on the ground to fight? Am I going to be there? Those are people's children. These are people that are hungry. You give them, was it not Peter B who was saying that when he met with some kidnappers and asked them how much their last operation was, he said 30,000 naira. Can you hear that? What is 30,000 naira, for crying out loud? What is 30,000 naira? That's 30,000 naira is what they pay for them to kidnap your own citizens. Division has never worked. Even if Oyo State, Ibadan used to be part of Oyo. Do you know how many places they've divided Oyo into? Do you know how many places? Even with the division, they are not happy with each other. They are still fighting. Please, guys, make we not pretend. How many states were in Nigeria before? Then they added more states. Started dividing and adding more states. We see, divided, we fall. Take it to the bank. Divided, we fall.
Thank you.
You understand? So let's be very, very careful with our rhetoric. The last caller is the reason why I came up here. If you don't yet have your PVC, go and get your PVC. That is your power. If you feel that the chairman of the INEC is being compromised, make a lot of ruckus. Let social media be on fire. Let it be that's what we are talking about. That's where you come in. That's where I come in. So let's not come here and propagate division. Please. Peter Obi or nothing else. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Moyes Connor, thank you so much. You just re-echoed what I have said so far. You cannot go to these same people that don't care about us to tender your concerns and your complaints. They will not even listen to you. So please, guys, get your PVC if you're here to do that. Like and share this broadcast. I welcome you to the broadcast. Faith God Day. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Please endeavor to like and share this broadcast if you are here to do so, and support us by using the $ to the right on the comment section. God bless you. I believe that's everybody that is meant to speak today. Thank you all so much for taking time to do this. I appreciate every one of you for doing this with me. We're going to go on a quick break. And we'll be coming back, to take the closing remark. Just 10 seconds. We'll be right back. Please like and share this broadcast if you are here to do so. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's do this.
Yes, so we can pepper them. Which are designers you pepper them. What designers they pepper them. We are so pepper them. What designers they pepper them. We are so pepper them.
All right, thank you all so much for your patience and for doing this with us again today. It's the 26th day of October 2022, and election is just around the corner, my people. So please encourage your people back home to go get their PVCs. You know, come out and vote, 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 stay. Make sure your vote counts and do all the necessary things to, you know, support people around you. If you're not going to be on ground yourself, please endeavor to play your part. You know, we need our nation to work again. So if now when we get people where they listen to us, now that time now we go feel they make the kind of demands where we need demand for this, demand for that. We don't want war, we don't want another bloodshed, we don't want any of those things that will cause violence and all of that. We don't want it, please, because Nigerians have suffered a lot of people have died, a lot of people have died for no just cause. Please guys, that's not what we need right now. We need all hands on deck. Everybody has to come together and do this, please, my people. Now when we get person where they think, person where they reason fine, now we go feel they make demand, now we go feel they make all of these things. Peter, we have said it, hold me accountable if I don't do it, all of these things I have said. So please guys, make we do this one together. One person cannot do it. You know, this change what they talk about is a collective thing. One person cannot effect the change that we seek. It's a collective effort. We all have to come together and effect this change. Now beg we did, now beg we did. Thank you all so much, my people, for taking time out to do this with me. God bless you all. God bless you. I really do appreciate every one of you, everyone who was super chatted us, the viewers, the panelists. I thank you all so much. And of course, the wonderful people in the comments for making the comment lively and interesting. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll be taking our closing remark right now. And it's just 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute to make a closing remark. And I'll be starting with Mr. John. Mr. John, please.
Thank you, Kachi. I really appreciate it. I'll just take my uninterrupted 1 minute. You know, the whole bloodshed for division, it's really a propaganda. This self-determination is a fundamental human right of people. The only reason that they bring up bloodshed or you see them killing innocent agitators is because Nigeria is a banana republic. The division of Nigeria is happening mostly through brain power. But if freedom requires us to shed our blood, we definitely will shed it. And you know, something was said earlier that agitation is only a result of bad governance. That's incorrect, actually. Real agitation, yes, the real agitation is actually happening because people want to preserve their culture and customs. They want to take security into their own hands. They want to have their own monetary policy.
And you're saying if everything were to be fine, if we had a working system, if we had free and fair election, if we have the right to protest freely without being shot at, if we have, let me just say a working system. You're saying if there was a working system, people will still be clamoring for division. Is that what you're saying, Mr. John?
Kachi, I'm not sure if you've ever been to Scotland, but it's a beautiful country and they want to leave the UK. Like I said, agitation is, say with Catalonia, one of the most beautiful places on this planet.
I'm just asking you, do you think people will still be clamoring for
division? Yes, because let me just finish. Yes, I'm answering 100% yes. Look at Catalonia, look at Scotland, look at a whole bunch of other examples around the world. Agitation is simply not about marginalization. That's probably the least of it. It might have been important to get the spark going, but the real agitation is because of preservation of culture and customs and security and monetary policy. Why would we be sharing the same currency with people that don't have the same value as us? Why would we not want to develop our own foreign relations? Why would we be taking loans from Islamic banks? Why would we not want to control our own education policy completely? Why would we not want to ban it to be able to marry 13-year-old girls? So it's really about preservation of culture and customs, controlling your security, your own monetary policy, making sure that you have the ability to control your own foreign relations, making sure that you control your own internal politics. It's about sovereignty. It's about capitalizing and growing your own civilizational wealth. So dividing Nigeria is not simply about, I haven't gotten my own turn to loot. So that's one thing, but I don't want to take up too much time with politics. Anytime I hear bloodshed for division, it's because you live in a banana republic and you have people that are committing atrocities not to have you be able to speak freely. They don't do that in Catalonia. They don't do that in Spain. And then people will come and say, well, you can't compare Nigeria to those places. That's right, because they're not barbarians. That's why we want to leave, because we want to preserve our lives, preserve our culture, and preserve our customs. But I'm not here for politics. politics. I think the main reason that I'm here, what I really want to use for my closing remark, is what I said earlier. You need to be very concerned about your security. Don't listen to Lai Muhammad. Focus on your security. Focus on your food security. Because I know you guys are going for Peter Obi, but if Nigeria starts burning tomorrow, Peter Obi himself will jackpot from Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for that. Let us knowing that it's not because of bad governance. That's why people are clamoring for division. That's fine. Let's move straight to Mr. NCBD. Mr. NCBD, please, you have 1 minute. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Well, I think what the brother said, as much as we are still hoping that, things will be all right and everything will be okay, by voting the rightly, a person in power. But, the thing is, yeah, I agree with him. This thing is not just about the bad guy. It's also about the culture, preservation and all that way of life. Look at... what's the name of this governor of Benue State? Samuel Otom. After doing all that he has been trying to do, try to arm his people, what happened? 1 or 2 weeks later, they went to take the lives of about 26 of his people. So that's to show you. And after seeing all that, somebody will come out and tell us that Nnamdi Kanu was making noise. He didn't know what he was saying. Everything. If anything he said has not come to pass, maybe it's like 20 out of 100%. So it's just it's quite sad, but at the same time, we hope that with the proper leadership, there will be some kind of restructuring, and there will be a kind of monitoring system that will be put in place to checkmate all these excesses and also monitor these public officials to make sure that they deliver. So we are still, as like I said, sorry, I'm just finishing. Like I said, it's not about how many divisions we can have. We can't divide everybody enough. Just in Delta, look at how many tribes are there. Even in Calabar, there are still other tribes that are not Efik and Ibibio. So we just need to be able to understand that we need to work together and embrace what unites us more. That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
Okay, great. For us to embrace what unites us more. That's a good one. Thank you very much, Mr. NCBD, for that. Let's move straight to Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, please.
Well, thank you, Ms. Kachi. Thank you very much once more, everybody. I just want to quickly tell everyone, we want division, we want division. I understand when my brother was saying about Scotland and everything. Scotland and the people they're negotiating with, they're all doing it in a democratic way. I want a system where I can vote for somebody that will make everybody understand how it works. If you want to make a division at that time, you can make it. But in the fear of how Nigerian is right now, we should not be preaching that right now. I know that we can do it. And in a democratic way, it was done in Gambia by the fear that was given to them by the main name of Yahya Jammeh. But where is he today? The country was handed back to the people. So we should not put that fear into the people. We should make sure that we are there to deliver, vote. That is the only thing. My brother talking from the United States, I can understand where you're going to, but how can you do this thing? You are talking from that way. Why don't you come down and effect the change? Like you're intelligent. Then bring it down and tell them what to do. You can participate in the affairs of governance. Put your resources in to change it, because these people are human beings like you who are threatening you. You can also use your vote to threaten them, to tell them it is time, we want a decorum. That's it. All I want to tell you, my people, get your PVCs, tell your people at home, we must change the status quo. Vote and your vote will be counted. These people will not intimidate you. These are a way of suppressing you from voting. A free and fair election will deliver the dividends of democracy to Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli, for that. Mr. John, you said you wanted to quickly answer Mr. Machiavelli. Please, 30
Yes,
seconds.
of course. I mean, I think we have to live in reality. Nothing's real in Nigeria. Come down to Nigeria and do what? Stop oil bunkering? Let's be real. People come to Nigeria all the time and they get murdered. I'll give you a short story to tell you where I'm coming from. I came to Nigeria when I was 3 years old. First time in Nigeria after being born. You know, parents need to come back, take you to Igbo land. For one reason or another, after a while, I stopped eating. Not because there wasn't food. For one reason or another, I stopped eating. And I kid you not, I was rushed out of Nigeria months later with kwashiorkor. Not because we didn't have food. I believe the only thing that kept me alive in that Nigeria is the spirit of my ancestors. And you know what? After you kill 6 million people, your ancestors give you a task. Nigeria will not survive. Come down to Nigeria and do what? Get shot by Boko Haram? Nigeria's about to end, bro. I'm not about to justify what I'm saying. It's in front of you every single day.
Let me just quickly answer him. Let me just quickly, just 1 minute. You see, you creating fear. You said you're living in a democratic system. Okay, whatever you have there, you said your ancestor, you came to the land. You are talking now because you are born, you are patriotic. You want to break out. You want this. Why don't you use that sense that you've learned, what you learned where you are, to develop where your ancestors came from?
You mean
because what you are trying
by joining the Labour Party?
Exactly. That is what it is. That is what election tells you about. What did the American system told you? What did the American system told you? You were born there, you were raised there, and you're preaching this thing to the people of the divided country. Please stop this rhetoric and let us
my friend, democracy. I was born in America. I've lived all around this world. I'm not just.
Then if you were born in America, then you can uphold to the Constitution what is there in the United States. But this is a country where people were born and died. Please let us not bring this rhetoric. We must vote, and our vote to be counted, and we'll deliver the dividends of democracy to the Nigerian people. Serious.
Thank you, Machiavelli. Thank you so much. Mr. Alex, please, you have the floor. After that, we have Mr. Chooks and Omoye's corner to round up. Mr. Alex.
With the way things are going, we can only postpone the doomsday. Nigeria will eventually crash, unfortunately. You cannot have Sharia law in the north. Listen, please. I'm talking. It's my time. Please. You cannot.
Mr. Alex, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
I've been talking since. Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
With the way things are going, with the Sharia law in the north, with the Attorney General, the President, and the IG of police coming from the north, with the looting of money by the Northerners, with collaboration with some Southern corrupt traitors, Nigeria can't stand the test of time if nothing is done after Obi's election. I'm obedient. I love Peter Obi. I got my PVC. I will vote. But why I cannot face the Nigerian political terrain is the insecurity. You cannot play good politics in the face of insecurity. If they were killing people in London, the new prime minister whose parents are from India will not be a prime minister in England. The atmosphere is very polluted. It's very bad. And it's orchestrated by a mentality of people who feel that they are born to rule. It's a fraudulent social contraction. I must tell you the truth. Unfortunately, Nigeria is a fraud. We must tell ourselves the truth. One side of the nation think they are more superior. So guys, we cannot keep arguing with ourselves when the truth is setting. Up till now, how many people has been judged, has been arrested in spite of the killings nationwide done by this government because they are from a section of a country. So who is going to continue to tolerate all these things? Me from the south? Hell no. So for me, I think Nigeria, if Obi comes in, hopefully he does. And if Obi comes in, he doesn't address certain issues, I'm very happy with him because he said there are a lot of things that we need to heal. We need to apologize. This has been the reoccurring dexima. The way some parts feel cheated, some parts feel oppressed, some parts feel more superior. Who is going to continue bearing the brunt? The Yoruba man or the Benin man? At some point, if they continue like this, the country is going to break. That's just it. Because we are not one. We are not really one. We can create 5 countries from this big, blessed country. We have a constitution, and yet they have Sharia law. Who is deceiving who? Do we have another law in the south or in the west? Why are we lying to ourselves? The Northerners must come to a round table. Everybody must come to a very round table and discuss on dialogue. I'm not advocating bloodshed. We can do it in a peaceful way and go our way. But first of all, let's bring in Obi and let's see what's going to happen. The only rope holding everybody now is just the coming up of Mr. Peter Obi. If you check in the South, people are suffering. They are in squalor. The poverty is high. How long are we going to live like this in the midst of plenty with all the crude oil? So, guys, the truth is this: eventually, if things continue like this, even now that after Obi wins, Nigeria will collapse. It has been predicted a long time ago. Let's not fool ourselves. Fine, let's get our PVC and give this guy and give democracy the very last breath. After this, sorry, if things go on like this, if Obi comes in and behave like other politicians, he will not last 6 months in power. That's just it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. I also want to say a big thank you to Mr. Alexander Gomez for the super chat. Thank you very much. God bless you for your continuous love and support to Nigeria Watch. Mr. Alex, you said it all.
Please, please, Kachi, can I have just like a minute more, please?
Okay, please quickly round up.
I just want to say again that please, the prisoner of conscience, Nnamdi Kanu, should be released. He has been discharged. He should be released. We should start tagging everybody on the media platform. Set this guy free so he can join his family. The guy is not as dangerous as the killer Fulani herdsmen in the streets of Nigeria. The guy should be released. I'm not an Igbo person. I'm from Benin, but I'm a man of conscience. He should be released in the in the rule of law atmosphere. We are in a democracy. He has been set free. The guy should be released and be compensated. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Alex. Yes, I do agree with you on the point that we have to bring in Obi first. We have to bring in somebody that is ready to even talk, somebody that is willing to even dialogue in the first place. We have to bring in somebody that is willing to talk to us as to our concerns. So even if what your proposal is for division, you have to sit on a round table to discuss these things. We need somebody that is willing to even listen to us first of all to start with. These guys, they are not willing to listen. They don't care about us. So please, guys, make we take it easy. We understand that the frustration is high. We understand, but make we take them easy. Let's move straight to Mr. Chooks, then Omoye's Corner. Mr. Chooks, please, you have 1 minute to make your final submission. Thank you.
Yeah, once again, thank you. I just want to use this opportunity to thank Alex for that beautiful speech. You say we must not continue to lie to ourselves. The Southerners are ready to sit down on the table and talk. But when you say Northerners, I'm going to say it as it is. For somebody to come out and say, restructure my foot, that alone is enough division. So let us not hide under anything. The only thing we hope now is to vote Obi in and see where we can take it. But if this continue, let us stop lying to ourselves. Nigeria is definitely gonna break. You cannot have people being subjected to any kind of maltreatment with impunity. Do we imagine that word, restructure my foot? Come on, let us just sit down and reason that word. That alone can inflame that country. That alone can inflame that country. So let us stop hiding. Yes, in as much as we want change, we want everything, we cannot take out that discussion, that meaningful discussion that will respect everybody. It is not only one side. Look at what is happening in Benue. Look at the other presidential candidate, what he said to Benueans. Look, it's only good. This is not just Biafra now. So if people are mistaken, thinking that anybody who comes here is talking about Biafra, that person is making a mistake. You listen to Autumn. You heard what he said. He made it clear. It was only Obi who have visited. The APC sent Remi Tinubu, okay? But among the presidential candidates, it was only Obi that has visited the people in IDP camp. These are the people, the Fulani bandits and criminals, made to forget their homes for years. And we kept quiet. Look, let us stop lying to each other. Because if it touches Benue, it's supposed to touch each and every one of us. If it touches Zamfara, it's supposed to touch each and every one of us. If it touches the southeast, it's supposed to touch each and every one of us. And when we fail to behave in that manner, I tell you, that country will break soon. Not even to wait. So we are only preaching and giving this hope to Obi. Let's see if they're gonna use that as a starting point. But if not, everybody in Nigeria is agitated today. Everybody in Nigeria is angry today. What is happening is not supposed to be happening. We are taking it. And look, you see, when you buy petrol in your car, you didn't move it. Next time you buy petrol again, you put it in that car. At a point, it will overflow. And fire is the next thing. So let us not come here and deceive ourselves. In as much as we are advocating to bring in Obi for a new start, we should not shut those who are saying it as it is. Because without that, all of us sitting down, genuinely, not the previous sitting down, they're sitting. Without we doing that, Nigeria is on the brink of break. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chooks. Oh, yes, Corner, please, you have the floor.
Can you hear me? Yeah, just want to make sure. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for this once again. And I want to thank all the speakers and Mr. Alex, Mr. Israel, even John E, because I understand the frustration because I'm just as frustrated. And I echo the sentiments that Mr. Alex just made. The statement he made, I fully support it because we cannot continue to live like this. We're not animals in the zoo. Okay? It's just so unfortunate that we allow the worst of us to take the helms of affairs and run with it. For me, I want to see what Mr. Peter Obi is going to come and do. I believe in having conversations. I do not support the division right now with the state of affairs and the type of leaders that we have. It's not going to be possible without bloodshed. I say no to bloodshed. We cannot heap problem on top of problem. And yes, agitation in some instances will bring about bloodshed. We do not want that. Are you guys not tired? Look at NSAS. Look at what has happened to our people. We cannot continue to allow it. This is why, for me, I utterly, totally refuse any type of division. This is the time for all of us that is feeling the pain of our brothers that are being slaughtered. This is the time for us to come together and vote in with annoyance and disdain at the polling booth. Peter Obi is in and he does not do what he's supposed to do. Then I go follow na the dance, this dance, one na the dance. I go follow na the dancer, but until then, I no follow talk division. United, we must stand against these murderous people, these demonic agents. As Sister Rita always says on this platform, we need to exorcise people. Even the leaders now, even the citizens, among the citizens themselves, they become demonized too. Is it not the same young people that are clamoring Agbado and Mikano, when they know full well it's not Agbado that will be ruling. That Agbado, Mikano is about to sell the leftovers of the resources that we have. Who are we kidding? We owe it to ourselves. And to the last Oga that spoke earlier, person, one hurt. If you hurt one of us, it's supposed to affect all of us. We are not supposed to be silenced in the midst of this horrendous act that's been committed against our people. You know, I personally have listened to some of Nnamdi Kanu's videos. All the man did was open the eyes and ears of people. He did. You know, so let's not pretend that yes, so everything is kumbaya. Everything is not. We're all angry. We're all frustrated, but we need to do things in the order that it should be right now. There's flooding in your country. The supposed leader, Bubu, has gone to South Korea. What does that tell you? No challenge. Does not give a hoot about anybody. He cares more about his cattle than he cares more about his people. Please, I support Governor Otom. Fire for fire. You cannot watch your people being slaughtered like that. It is inhumane. We need to stop as Nigerians. We need to.
Okay.
Obio is Peter Obi this year. You are angry, you are frustrated, take it to the boot. Make sure that man gets in. And when he gets in, have round table conversation. It needs to be, every ethnic group needs to be represented. Not be only the three, not only Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo de Nigeria. Because we plenty, everybody need to do that table. Must know how we want to move this nation forward. I yield. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yes Corner, for that submission of yours. You all have spoken so well. You all are concerned citizens who wish to see their people not to suffer anymore. And I say a big thank you for coming out here to lend your voice to what we're talking about today. I appreciate every one of you. Yes Corner, Mr. Alex, Mr. NCBD, Mr. John, Mr. Chooks, Mr. Machiavelli, Brian Nice, everyone who contributed so far. I appreciate you all. And to our viewers watching us, you guys have been super amazing. Thank you so much. And the lovely people on the comments. Like I always say, you people make the comment very interesting, very interactive. Thank you so much for taking time out to do this with us once again today. We're going to be here tomorrow again, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Please endeavor to join us. Help us to share and like this video if you are yet to do so. So all the wonderful things we have said today can be heard by a lot of other people. Okay, we cannot just keep coming here and keep speaking to ourselves every day. We need to share the message. We have to spread the word. Okay, please help us to like and share. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you people. From the bottom of my heart, I say a big thank you. I love you all. Let's do this again tomorrow. Same time, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. My name is Kachi, and this is me saying bye for now and have an amazing night rest. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye-bye.
Our great NIGERIA is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Obi, yeah. I'll be obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, Obi, get it, get it, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria.